I will be your MC this morning. I want to also welcome our special guests who will be talking to us shortly, Mr. Mohale Mutawong, as well as Paul Webb. Those will be our special guests who will be talking to us shortly. We are also joined by the academic team, my colleagues from various schools that you will be interacting with later. I'll introduce them as well when we get to that point. They will be joined by also the executive sales teams in the various schools. And so we're all excited to be interacting with you later today. Oh, I see Proverb has joined. I've just welcomed you. Welcome, sir. And Mohale Mutawong, I'm sure he's also here now. All right. But let me, before we get going, let me just tell you a bit about Regenesys. Can I then ask that we keep our mics off until such time we have to interact in our breakaway room? So please, if you could switch your mic off to avoid feedback. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So let me tell you a bit about Regenesys. I won't take long. Regenesys was founded in 1998 by the visionary Dr. Marco Saravanja, Dr. Penny Law, and Dr. William Vivian. And Regenesys blends academic excellence with holistic development. Our institution nurtures that intellectual prowess alongside ethical leadership and global awareness. And in so doing, we empower graduates to drive social and economic transformation. And our innovative programs, as you will hear later from my colleagues, provide sound foundation for committed individuals who want to lead with purpose and with meaning. And so we are the largest and fastest growing business school in Africa, as you will have noticed by now. Regenesys educates individuals from across the world, and Regenesys promotes future proofing of our students. We are future orientated, and we work with and educate future orientated leaders who transcend geographic borders. Regenesys, offers education across many geographies, and our diverse range of business, finance, technology, law, and public management programs, they instill global mindsets in our students through curricula that are rooted in ethical leadership and designed to ensure holistic growth. And I invite you to please engage with my colleagues later on to find out more about what the schools have to offer in terms of the programs offered within those schools. Our mission, ladies and gentlemen, is to build a better world. That's our mission. Regenesys is committed to cultivating leaders equipped to drive transformation both at home and abroad. We are founded on the principles of holistic education. And Regenesys has equipped thousands of alumni, 500,000 to be exact, with the critical skills of confidence needed to excel in the competitive world we are in. While our roots are deeply embedded in Africa, we also continue to expand our influence internationally, advancing innovation and excellence throughout the world. And we offer world-class education. We are currently in 12 countries. In case we're wondering, we're currently in 12 countries. I can mention just a few. We're in South Africa, in Nigeria, in Kenya, in Uganda, Tanzania, in Croatia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, just to name but a few. Our approach goes beyond academics. We approach education holistically. Our approach here at Regenesys transcends traditional education, integrating intellectual, emotional, physical, and spiritual intelligence. We believe this is essential to provide a holistic learning experience that cultivates mind, body, and spirit. So our emphasis on emotional intelligence, ethical leadership, and practical skills tends to prepare our graduates to be so much more than just scholars, to be so much more than just academics. They become compassionate, they become conscious leaders and problem solvers, equipped to make a difference in the world, equipped to make ethical decisions. So this morning, we're here to help you make one of the most important decisions of your life: investment in quality education. So, ladies and gentlemen, I won't take too much of your time, but let me quickly invite on the platform here and hand the mic over to our first speaker, Proverb. I'll tell you a bit about him before he starts talking. He's a seasoned entertainment professional, over a decade of experiences, and then he hosts, South African adults and is the co-executive producer, boasting over 20 years, ladies and gentlemen, in television and radio. He's currently busy working on his MBA, recently graduated BBA. He brings a unique blend of academic excellence and real-world industry expertise. He's very accomplished as a musician with a 10-year music career, posting 5 albums, a DVD, and numerous collaborations. He established a successful entertainment business in 2009 and is recognized as a corporate speaker, influencer, philanthropist, and a sought-after event host and MC. He has proven business acumen. He's a non-executive director, board member, skilled in property investment portfolio management, and published author. He has a book out. The book is called The Book of Proverbs. So find that book quite interesting. Notable also is to say in his name, he's got several accolades. I'll give you a few. The Hustler of the Year Award 2015, Verse of the Year 2019, You Spectacular Award for Favorite TV Presenter 2017, Prism Gold Presidential Award for Media Personality of the Year 2022, and Hope Givers Foundation Legend Award 2024. I'll stop here because the list is long. Proverb, welcome. You're not new to this platform. It's good to have you back here to talk to us. The platform is yours, sir.
I'm certainly not new. Thank you so much, Dr. Sibongiseni, and a very good morning to my colleagues and potential classmates. I hope I am nice and audible. Everyone can see and hear me. Please confirm if you can. Otherwise, I'm really grateful for this opportunity to address you and speak to you. In my capacity, despite what Dr. Sibongiseni has mentioned, I'm here in my capacity as a second-year Masters of Business Administration student. It's become my favorite thing to say second year as opposed to final year. And as I said in my intro video, because I have all intentions of studying further. And the main reason being is that Regenesys has really ignited this hunger, this thirst, this desire to just continue study. If you are keeping score, this would be my 5th year as a student at Regenesys Business School. I started with my Bachelor's of Business Administration. And just perhaps to give you an idea of what inspired the desire to study in the first place, as an entertainer, I recognized very early on that the lifespan is short, that, once you reach the glass ceiling, there are limited options. And I'm sure you've seen many of my peers in entertainment, how, once you reach your sell-by date, once there's somebody better, more popular, it becomes difficult to sustain a career beyond. So I started, planning for the day, entertainment were to no longer be an option. I used to host a television show that came to an end. On radio, we work on a contract basis. And just as an entertainer, it's all dependent on factors you can't control, including popularity and the like. So I then actively, sought to find an institution where I can pursue my higher learning. My dream and desire was always to do my MBA. But when I engaged with Regenesys, I was advised to begin at my bachelor's because I hadn't done much studying up until that point. So I began with my bachelor's, did that for 3 years. It was very tough, especially as somebody who hadn't studied much before. But because of the support that I enjoyed, because of the flexibility that Regenesys was able to offer me by way of doing my studies online and attending classes on Saturdays. I was ultimately able to complete it. Now, because the dream was always to do an MBA, I then had to collate all of my qualifications, experience, and of course, my recently completed Bachelor's of Business Administration to pursue a RPL, which is a record of prior learning. And then together with all of that, I was then eligible for my Master's of Business Administration. I am now in my second year of my Master's. And I'm happy to inform you that I've just submitted my dissertation, which is the bulk of what my MBA final year looks like. So just a couple more modules left, 3 to be precise. Once I complete those, then I would have my Master's of Business Administration. But Regenesys, being what it is, has challenged me to think beyond my master's. And now I'm actively contemplating pursuing my DBA. That would be my doctorate in business administration. Just because I've now got the momentum, I now have the support, I now have access to those who can advise me, Dr. Isbongiseni and the entire team at Regenesys, always ready to support, always a phone call away, always ready to go above and beyond to ensure that we feel supported. We are never alone. I currently am under the guidance of Dr. Poshai, who is my supervisor for my MBA, and he too has availed himself not only for my current studies, but also for my future studies. And if I may share this, colleagues, if there's anything that makes Regenesys unique, is the personal relationship that they have with you to ensure that you see it across the line. Many other institutions, you are just a number, you are just a fee, whether you pitch up or not is of no consequence to them. But I find my relationship with Regenesys has really, inculcated the excitement to want to continue learning because they take personal interest in my academic journey. So I'm constantly inspired to pursue the next level, to go even harder. And if I'm struggling, I've got somebody I can access. I've got direct email addresses. I've got, directs that I can escalate matters to if there are any kind of challenges, any kind of problems. And that personal relationship, in my opinion, is what sets Regenesys apart. Other than the fact that they've got superior level education. As Dr. Spongiseni has mentioned, it is internationally recognized. It is present, physically and otherwise in various countries. So beyond the fact that you get this collated, experience and reach, beyond that, it's the personal relationship that they have with you. And if I
think, Proverb, I think you are accidentally muted. I think you are on mute there, Proverb.
Oh, did I go on mute at some point? Where did I lose you? But the general, point is being achieved and being made, and that is, if you want a personal relationship, with an institution that takes interest in your growth, in your journey, in your development, not only academically, but spiritually, physically, emotionally, professionally, socially, spiritually, all of these other elements, it is a holistic institution. Regenesys is definitely the place to be. With those few words, friends, I say thank you so much. I wish you all the best of luck, and I can't wait to see you all in class. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to field a few.
Thank you so much, Robert, for those inspiring words. And I'm sure you've got a number of us inspired, and you're now talking about a doctoral degree. Very, very inspiring there. Yeah, yes, absolutely. You're getting there, safe. All right. No, thank you. I appreciate your time this morning. And And I'm sure our audience here enjoyed your few words that you shared with us. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to call upon our second guest, who's here with us already. I see is here, Mr. Mohale Motaung. If we can pin Mr. Mohale for all of us to. But let me so long introduce Mohale. Mohale is an entrepreneur. He's a model, he's an actor, he's an academic. He debuted his acting career on the Pan-African series called MTV Sugar Down South. This streamed in over 52 countries across the world. He later went to feature on Mzansi Magic's S5 Rockville, and was also on the award-winning soapy Rhythm City, streaming on ETV. Mohale is currently a radio host on an online radio station called Opulence Radio, where he hosts the breakfast show Monday to Friday. The multi-talented personality also runs a successful business in the fashion and eventing space, and will soon be venturing into the cosmetics industry. Mohale's purpose extends beyond the media personality career. Through his philanthropic work, he volunteers with his time to offer motivational talks, offer monetary and requested donations, sanitary products, food stationery, etc. And he partners with various brands to help aid various non-profit organizations. Mohale founded his foundation called For the Youth Foundation, and this foundation helps many people in South Africa, especially the youth. Mohale's brand partnership success with brands such as Mini Cooper, Versace, Binary Gene, and Vodacom, just to name a few, are a result of working with companies that are aligned with his purpose, goals, and that cater to his niche and add value to his audience. He's a free-spirited individual. He's very ambitious, with great sense of style and appeal that intrigues brands and consumers to want to associate with him. So I present Mr. Mohale to you to also share a few words with us. Mr. Mohale.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. My name is Mohale Motaung. As mentioned, I am a media personality. I am an entrepreneur, a creative entrepreneur. I am an academic. I am a lover of a beautiful life, and I hope all of you that are here are too. I am basically here to share a bit about my journey, transitioning from the entertainment space into education, and how that helped me, shape the rest of my future. And I'm also here to, speak to you guys about the amazing school that we are here about, and with Regenesys Business School, that has helped me, see, the better part and the brighter part of education. And I'm hoping that, by the end of this entire session, we will all be, seeing the same vision, and, we'll be wanting to register for our particular courses that we love at Regenesys Business School. Why Regenesys? A lot of people ask me, why did I choose a school like Regenesys when there are, a whole lot of other schools within, the country and abroad? And I chose it, number one, because of its flexibility, right? I mean, I am quite a busy person. I've got a lot to do. I move from one thing to the next. And I wanted a school that will give me the flexibility of not having to, be on campus and be there on a daily basis, because, I've got a fully fledged career that I also need to take care of. And Regenesys gave me exactly that. And, they made me see the purpose that goes beyond just being in the entertainment space, just being in business, and doing a whole lot of other things. And I just want to say that it is possible for you to do other things and still study. And that's the flexibility that I got from Regenesys. Another thing, practicality. It is important for you to not just learn the theory part of things that, you learn from a textbook. It's important for you to apply, because at the end of the day, you need to get the skills that you get from education and go and apply them in the real world. And that is exactly what we get from Regenesys. I mean, from the courses, from the classes to the conversations that we have there, they help us shape our interest into the real world. I always say to people that at Regenesys, they don't call us students, they call us managers. which is very important because that is exactly what you need to be. You're not just another number, another student. You're learning practical work that you would need to know and use in the real world. And that is why I chose Regenesys. The last one, support. You are not doing this alone at Regenesys Business School, which I think is very important because, a lot of people, are going to start late, with their education. They are not going to remember a whole lot. I mean, if you finished high school a long time ago, it's a bit difficult for you to get into the rhythm of education again. And at Regenesys, you get that type of support. They hold your hand, whatever questions you have, whatever information you have, you literally have someone always ready to help you. I want to talk about somebody at Regenesys. Her name is Beatrice. She, I think currently manages a team of about 150 salespeople. In her busy schedule, she makes sure that every email that you send, every call that you make, she's always there to make sure that she's assisting you. And that is the kind of support that, you need as a student for you to be able to, reach your goals. Why does education matter? A lot of people would say, if you've got a career that is thriving and you have the money that you have and you have, a whole lot of other things, why do you need to go to school? Now, it became very important for me because, I've been doing TV, radio, a whole lot of other stuff into the entertainment industry, a lot of brand and collaborations. But I realized that I needed the business acumen for me to be able to run those things smoothly. And that is why I went back to school, because talent is not enough on its own. It really isn't enough on its own. It is important for you to, couple that talent with a whole lot of business acumen that will help you have the longevity that it needs. Because sometimes you have the talent, but you don't know how to run the business. And it is important for you to know how to do both, especially in the industry that we are in, so that you don't fall into matters that, will leave you destitute, especially in the future, right? And what have I gained from Regenesys? Wow. I have gained the most strongest academic foundation because, sometimes when you go to school, you're thinking, I am just going to be learning from a textbook and I'm just going to be going to class and doing all those things. But you need the proper foundation so that you're able to go further. And because of that foundation, I'm able to say, I want to do my BBA, I want to do my MBA, I want to do my doctorate, because you've got a proper foundation. And that is exactly what Regenesys will give you. The confidence to transition into being a student is also very important because your mindset needs to be right. How you think, what you do also needs to be in the right place. And that is what Regenesys really, really gives you. Because before any lecture, before any lesson, before any class, they talk to you about the important values and make foundation. And that is very important. And also another thing that they gave me is a clear roadmap to my future. I mean, at the beginning of my studies 2 years ago, I thought I'm just going to, do this degree and I'm going to apply what I know to what I've been doing. But that has changed completely because now I've got a whole 5-year plan of where I want to see myself because of education. That is what education will do for you, and that is what Regenesys will do for you. So I don't want to take much of your time, but I just want to say that if you were looking for a sign, this is it. Go to school, get your accolades, get that degree, get that master's, that honors, that doctorate. Don't ever let anybody come and dim your light, right? It's very important for you to go into the respective rooms that they'll invite you to after the session. Speak to the student advisors, speak to the people that are there, and ask a lot of questions about, the prospective career that you want to go into, the courses that we have at Regenesys. And I hope that from today and after the session, you'll make the right choice. And it is never too late to start. Start today. Don't start in 3 years' time. Start today so that you're able to make the best decisions for your future. But that is it from me. And I hope you guys have a great session further and a great Saturday further. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mohale. Appreciate your time also on a Saturday morning to talk to our students. And I'm glad that you're also still enjoying your program. And so, ladies and gentlemen, our two guests, they happen to be studying within the business school. At Regenesys, we have several schools. I will just mention them shortly. We have the School of Technology, and when we go into our break rooms, we will then engage with the leadership of that school and faculty there, as well as our sales executives who would be joining in that school. We also have the School of Law. See also our colleagues from the School of Law who will be there with you, and just to talk a bit more about the program offered there. Please ask as many questions as you can. We also, as mentioned already, the business school, the undergrad, as well as the business school postgrad. So you will find also a room that is specifically provides you the undergrad business school room, as well as the postgrad business school room. We also have the School of Economics. Please join the School of Economics and hear what is to be offered there. You may have inquired already, you may have engaged with some of our colleagues already in student recruitment, but I invite you to please join the room so that you can hear from the academics themselves and talking to you, and you can ask them direct questions. I see on the chat there are, the chat is quite active here. Thank you. I'm glad you are asking questions and my colleagues are responding to that. There's a Q&A also. And please, if you have a question to drop in there, you can really do so. Right now, we will be going into the different breakout rooms. So these breakout rooms, as I said, these are different schools. So for those who are keen on joining a particular school or inquiring more, please click and join the room that will take you to that school. And the rooms have now been created. If you are on your phone, the rooms will be at the top of your screen. But if you're on your laptop, the bottom of the screen, the second, the third icon from the left, you'll see breakout rooms. And if you click on the rooms, you will see there the School of Technology at the top. You will find in the School of Technology Ms. Preeti Mishra, as well as Dr. Rajashri Yalgi. Those are the academics who will be talking to you in that school. You will also, in the School of Law, if you are keen on that, please join. I see people are already moving. School of Law Advocate Kevin Malunga is there. Will take you through what the school has to offer in terms of the LLB program. Please ask questions, as well as the business school undergraduate. You'll see there will be Dr. Gitu Yadav joined.
I'm in, Dr. Siba.
Thanks, Dr. Laxton. In the School of Public Management, you will see Mr. Donald Block. Again, he will be joined by the team. In the School of Economics, you will find Ms. Lerato Lichwano and colleagues. Please engage there. And the School of Business Postgrad, that is the school that has the MBA and the postgrad diploma in business management. You will find Ms. Liz Moore, who will be talking to you. So we have both MBA and postgraduate diplomas in the same room. She will talk to you about that. And we have the doctorate degree, the Doctor of Business Management. If you are keen on that and want to inquire, please join the room. You will find Ms. Nelly Chilufia, who will talk to you about that program in details. And we have a new program, the postgraduate diploma in digital marketing. So for those who are keen on that, please join that room. You'll find Dr. Kenel Sukusia there, and they will take you through the program, what it has to offer, and please engage as well. And we also have Dr. Laxton, whose voice we just heard now, who is in the room that will be telling you about postgraduate in project management. So please join that room. My colleagues are there already waiting for you. Some rooms I see are filling up quickly. Please join as well. If you are not sure, go in and hear what they have to say, and you can move out and join any other that you may also be keen on. But please do join and spend as much time as you have there. We managed to save a bit of time. Our program will end at 12. So time to engage with my colleagues in their rooms. I will welcome you now to please join there. After your presentations and discussions are finished or complete in the rooms, that will be it. You don't have to come back to the main room. We move from here to the schools, and from there, the program will be over. So thank you so much. I'll hang around here and assist if you are struggling getting into any of the rooms.